That question seems like I should answer in some form of generational clashing.
Okay.
But I don't think that's necessary. Why? Business is owned by old people. It's the old people were once young people, right? So they just had some sort of the experiences and programming they've had that has maybe modeled the way they are building what they are currently doing as they are old or when they are in their old age. But the people who are young too, of course, we just have a lot of, we can explore faster, we're nimble, we move when we see opportunity. So, but I think the difference is just the difference of years. Businesses run by young people, we tend to want to move, we're agile. But businesses run by old people, they've seen everything, right? So they tend to be more calm, reserved, try to look at the options well, and they are slower to change. Well, that's a thing. You will say they are slower to change, but I've worked with a number of older people who are not slow to change, who move, and you're like, this man has a heart of what, 20-something years, whereas it's like 50-something. So I think there's no difference. It's just about who you approach or when you meet those kinds of people. So you realize that, okay, people can be different, whether old or young, they can be the same, they can be different.
Oh well, I think I'm beginning to learn now that it's actually not by age. If you want to run a very good business, it's something that I actually had to learn myself, that we should not just advocate for certain things just because we are young. We should advocate for certain things because we have the capacity to be able to deliver on them. So when I look at some businesses run by young people, yes, we have the energy, we have the vibrancy, we are brilliant, but we're hardly building systems or hardly building structures. And so you see businesses that are built by people who are now older. Funny enough, those people might have actually started building those businesses from when they were young too. But there was something about their generation that they understood about leaving legacies and building systems that outlast them. We just want to gain all the influence. So we're doing a lot of, yes, we're making money as long as it's convenient, as long as we're making money and we have followers on TikTok and Instagram, but we're not really building deep systems and legacies that might outlast us. Not all of us, so I don't want to generalize, but in the events where we have to take a step back to think about it, I'll say we look at the kind of businesses we are building, how sustainable is it and how lasting is it?
That's a very difficult question for me. I mean, the only thing I can say that I have noticed in terms of the difference is freedom, how work environment freedom, but in terms of understanding, in terms of business success, I don't think those fundamentals are determined by the age of the person, right? They are not. But how those fundamentals are applied may not differ, because how a young person sees diligence may be different from how an older person sees diligence, right? But you need diligence, right? You need innovation, right? You need like several other things that make a business run. So I think it's just the how, in terms of paying a little bit more attention to the intangibles that help the tangibles.
Well, I think the major difference is the experiences these older people have gathered over the years, right? The experiences from customers, clients, the way they make their products and all those things. I think they've been able to put all those experiences and incorporate it into making better products and better experiences with people, better than younger people, right? Because we're just starting up, right? We're just learning. So I guess that's just the difference. And theirs is more refined because they have more experience, I think.
A lot of the businesses we know today were started by young people, even though they have lived 100 years plus, right? So there is something about doing or starting things in your youth, right? So the good thing is that you start, but the beautiful thing is that you grow. It's not about the starting, it's about the sustainability and the growth, right? And that process determines whether you live afterward, determines the entire life cycle of your business, right? So I don't really think it's a function of age, because there are some people who are young, there are young fools and there are old fools, and there are wise young people and there are older wise people, right? So it's a function of the knowledge that you have and the willingness to go through the changing times as it comes, really.
There are differences. It's generational differences. Number one, the older people, were engaged in business with energy, understanding, wisdom that are relevant to their time. But a lot of changes has come in that is even affecting their business now, which the younger generation are taking advantage of, especially in the area of technology and global village.